Welcome to video 1 in the course of the life of Jesus. Now, up first, we're going to be talking about the Word was made flesh, okay? And I'm going to read you something out of John 1. And it says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." Now, we must understand that the life of Jesus did not start in the manger. It was here in the entire beginning of everything. Right? Since God was here, since God created, Jesus was here. That was the Word. Now, something really important is for the Jewish audience reading this, Word meant God's powerful speech that created everything. And for the Greek audience, Logos meant the rational principle that held the universe together. Now, why is this important? Well, you see what John says in his scripture, in his writing. John says, "You're both right. But the Word is not an idea, it is a person." I'm going to say that again. The Word is not an idea, it is a person, and that person is Jesus Christ. John 1:14 states this, "The Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us." God didn't stay distant, he stepped into history, guys. He put skin on it, which was Jesus, which was flesh, and he moved into the neighborhood. I love that. Colossians 1:15 through 16 says, "The Son is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn over all creation. For in him all things were created." Every galaxy, every blade of grass, every heartbeat, guys, was made through him and for him. Now, when you look at Jesus, it's very important that we don't see him as just a teacher, as a friend, as just some moral rabbi. Right? Jesus was God in the flesh. Jesus was God in the living flesh. And that means that his words, these aren't advice, guys. Right? This is not advice. Because you can argue opinions, you can argue beliefs, you can argue with your teacher, you can discredit things they say, but these are quite literally commands of the Creator. And as you walk through this course, as you walk through your life, I want you guys to place such a high importance and value on the Word, because it is that valuable, because it is God. This Word is God, and we must abide by it to the best of our abilities every single day. Now, I have a challenge for you guys off this first video. I want you to journal what it means for you personally that Jesus was God, right? Not what it means to your teacher, not what it means to your friend, but what does it mean to you, and how does that change your life when you actually start seeing Jesus as God, when you actually start seeing this is really God? What must change in your life? How are you going to operate differently? How are you going to act differently?